For one night, I want to believe. In the light of darkness I see, in the heart of wonder I believe. In a world I could still achieve. Solace I found, if I in my blood. While this was urgent suffer we stay. Originals.
Taking this time after time after time, and those wounds, man, they never heal right. Been shaken and took all those years away to feed off the ones at night. As you sit all alone with your fears, now you lay in a cell with your tears. Will it all be okay if you fall back in limbo? I watch the waves they take you in as I pour away the walls broken. I hate to relate to all your sin, so I won't be afraid of my nightmares again. Will it all be okay if you fall back in limbo? I watch the waves they take you in as I pour away your walls broken. I hate to relate to all your sin, so I won't be afraid of my nightmares.
morning.
Hey, how we
How are
doing?
you? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Heck yeah. Heck yeah. We might have some people walking behind us, so just
That's okay.
for that, we
That's fun.
actually are at LA's Midway Saloon in Lake Alfred, Florida, about to set up for our live
Okay.
interview in person. Which is pretty cool. What we do is we try to get the artists in the local area, and we like have a huge ass party for them. So we bring like food and all that fun stuff. And so today, LA is actually making this a big lunch, and we are going that way. Anyway,
I'll tell you what,
so
that's
it
really
should be
cool
fun.
because in this area we don't really have a local scene. That's what we're hoping to rejuvenate. I feel like there's no place to play really too much anymore like it was 10 years ago, and not a lot of places support independent music. There's I mean, you got your typical bars and everything around here, but there's no real venues that actually help out the local scene anymore. Like, I mean, I can get around a little bit of my background story. Like, it's been a long time, like forming this band. We actually took a hiatus for like a lot of time. Like, I think I didn't play guitar for about 10 years at one point.
Right.
So as I started my own business and just stepped away from music in general. But it used to be such a good scene back then. Everybody knew each other. You could find musicians if you needed somebody. If you wanted to go one venue to another one, and there's promoters everywhere. I think COVID actually wiped out a lot of the smaller venues in
Right.
Philadelphia at this point right now. A lot, especially a couple of the really nice ones that actually were like medium-sized venues. And it's a shame that they didn't get any funding to stay alive. They let this industry crumble. At least Philadelphia. It's like they didn't really care unless you were like one of the big main venues. You were able to get that funding, but if you were the regular average place that supports local music, you didn't make it. That's a shame about this city right now. Is that's where we're at as a band. We're like hoping with all the time and effort we've been putting into the music. At this point, we'll, find some places, and
Right.
start rejuvenating the area a little bit.
Yeah, well, if you guys ever want to make your way down to Florida, we have an artist interview that we do on the 26th of every month at Leo's Live. So, like I said, we throw a huge ass party. We, try to sell a couple tickets so then that way we all can at least make a little something off of it. But it is a kind of free for free thing, just like the morning chats. We try to make an avenue that's not so expensive. So we have a huge team that comes together. You see Dennis back here walking around. He's with sound, so he pretty much is our sound guy at Leo's, and he's out today to help us with this one. We've got Gnome Productions. They help record, and Barbarazzi Photos. They take photos. So yeah, we definitely need to encourage a lot more people to support and kind of come out for original music. You know what I mean? It's
100%.
It's the cover band scene it's great, and there actually are some artists that I absolutely love that are in the cover band scene, but the original scene is a different story. You know what I mean? It's a different step. It's a different even planning an original event is totally different than planning a cover event. You know what I mean? You got
Well,
to
because
put
you
a
already
lot
have a
more
base of
into
songs that
it
are already
than just
popular, right? When you're in a cover band, you already have a base of
yeah.
songs that are popular. So it's easier for people to connect with stuff
Right.
they've already heard. You know what I mean? And there's obviously I have a lot of friends in cover bands as well. They do very, very well. I mean, personally, for me, I've been offered before to play in a cover band. It's just something I don't know, for some reason. Something I used to do in my bedroom as a kid, learning to play guitar. You know what I mean? To do it now, I don't know.
Right.
Maybe to make some money, it sounds good, but yeah. But like you said, it's rough out there for sure.
It is. It definitely is. I know you guys had a new. Is it the new video that dropped last night or at midnight?
Yes,
Maybe
yes.
last night.
Greatest Hits dropped last night at midnight. Yes, correct. Correct. We're very excited about the song too. It has a lot of good meaning behind it. It's dealing with mental health. The song is basically about losing somebody to like suicide and having an understanding of why they want to leave this physical world. Like, we as people who view them don't want them to go, but for them, it was their time. They just couldn't. They didn't want to be a part of this world anymore. It was too hard for them. So it's more like having an understanding and having that grieving process, and at the same point, like having an understanding that this is what they felt was best for them at the time, and nobody was able to help them. So this is what they went through with.
That is awesome, and I have a lot of people actually that are in that line for suicide awareness and stuff like that. But a big part is just to understand that everything's fated to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What happens, and it's not anything to do with which is own of what you've done or what you could have done better. Things are going to fall the way that they're going to fall, regardless. And I guess the big part of it is just remaining whole as a person, knowing that is happening. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, basically the song was kind of based off of somebody that I know, and I went through that process myself, and I think that's what the song mainly is kind of coming from. Is like I said, is like I as sad as I was and upset as I was that I lost my friend, I still in my mind when I was going through it. People asked me why I wasn't as maybe I was invisibly upset, but mentally I was kind of just not there.
Right.
I think it came down to I had an understanding of what the process was, why he did. Like I understood why it wasn't some kind of it couldn't have been helped. It was he left it out of everybody's hands, as you know what I mean. And I think for me personally, it was just I learned to accept it that he's better off. In that other place that he feels is in the afterlife for him. So,
right. Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely. That's sweet. I like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's really sad that he's not here anymore, but it's a good way to, be remembered. And I'm sure that he sees every bit of that. So, you know what I mean? And it's good when people can express, we have a spiritualist that works with us. She should be here any minute. I don't know if she's going to be up here or not, actually. Actually, I'm not even looking at our comments. We've got one new one over here. What'd she say? Corporate money rules. We love musicians. Oh, she's... I don't know. Hold on one second. See if I can put it up here for you.
I see
There
it.
it
I can
goes.
see the comment. Yep, I got it.
That is actually who I am talking about. She is like my number one go-to on everything. She is the most amazing person. She comes out to our artist interviews and tries to help them in little ways by giving them gifts to kind of learn how to transfer their energy from off stage to on stage, from on stage back to off stage.
Mhm.
Because so many of artists they get that emotion when they get on stage, right? And it's something that just fills them, and it's an energy that's undescribable. And then when you get off stage, you're just like, oh damn, I want to do that again. So learning how to transfer from that energy and keeping your high, but still being able to hold it off.
Yeah, I feel like I get like that before a show and after a show. I mean, if it's been so long since we played a show, it's post-COVID at this point. It's been 3 years now. I mean, so like I said, we've been working on the new music up to this point when we were working with our producer, and then COVID happened and kind of delayed everything. So I haven't personally been on stage since 2019 at this point. So I'm fiending for it. I'm fiending for that energy. Like, as much
I mean, come to Florida. I got a stage for you. I got a big old stage, and well, it's not that big.
You will
It's
definitely
decent.
get on your way eventually. That's definitely the goal is to get in here, our hometown, hopefully sooner than later. After we promote these songs a bunch more, people like you are definitely helping us out by letting us at least talk about the songs, and we've had a bunch of people reach out. It was really awesome because, like I said, coming out of 3-year hiatus, and we felt these songs with the people we worked with in the industry are very, very strong. They come across very well lyrically. They have good vibe throughout most of the song. Like it's just a never ending change up and back. It's like a push pull kind of feeling with the songs that we wrote. That's what I love about our songs. I always feel like there's good energy, good melodies, good heavy stuff. At the same point, I feel like most people in any kind of metal genre can actually groove to our music. You might not love the song entirely, but then that one part hits you and you're like, oh, this is This is really cool. And I think that's what we strive to work for when we did these songs is not make every song sound alike. Like if you listen to Dark Horizon, has a different vibe, and then Great Escape, which is, I like to call, our dad rock song, because you were like, we're kind of more heavier than that majority of the time. But, this song, we actually really want to go in a different direction and show that we can do everything else besides the typical, metalcore breakdown here. And my vocalist, Gerard, has amazing range. He can do every kind of, he's a very well-versed vocalist in every kind of range. So even with some of the newer stuff that nobody's heard, like, to see him excel what he can actually bring to the table, it is amazing what he can do. See even the heaviest of riffs and put some good melody behind it. And I think the people we tested the songs with so far, especially Great Escape, a lot of people, I think, really connect. And I think once people really understand what the subject matter about the song is, about, like, suicide prevention, like dealing with emotions, dealing with losing somebody, trying to cope with things, I think that will really strike with a lot of people, because, like you said, a lot of people battle mental health, and that's what I think everything's been since COVID, regardless of their reasoning behind it. But it's as like you said, it's good to have that, spiritual positivity in and out. You got to be able to come down too. You know what I mean? Not everything's always going to be great.
Have you heard of that clothing line? I think we were talking about it a couple days ago on the show. It's called Lions Not Sheep. And
I did hear that brand. I never personally looked into them, but I have heard of them.
Yeah, you should definitely check them out. I mean, their storyboard is not the same line, but roughly around the same. And I think that's great. I think we should definitely look into putting, actually, Danielle, this is something that we could do. Putting something together along that line to bring awareness to original music and awareness to, emotions in general. Dealing with, things the correct way and not losing yourself and going on that line or even remotely thinking about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, correct. I agree with that 100%.
I do want to take a second, though, and share my screen so we can check out the YouTube video. Mm-hmm. And then we'll look at the Facebook page and check out the new release that was last night at midnight. Let me see if I can. Let's see. Give me just one quick minute. Let's see. Here we go. I think we could play it, yeah.
It's coming through a little late.
silver and gold, or is it
Hold on. Am I unmuted? Are you unmuted? Unmute.
Now I'm unmuted.
I
Now
got
I'm
you.
unmuted. There we go.
Dude, his voice range is sick on that. Like, I love how he can go from like a singing to like a low growl to a high growl. Like that's mad
Yeah,
talent. That and I do.
he's really amazing. He's like I said, he has so much range. And you'll see like even on Great Escape, like totally different vibe. This brings the same stuff that he really knows in, what he feels, whatever when he writes his lyrics and stuff like that. Whenever he hones into what he wants to do, man, he capitalizes on it 100%.
Now he's the one that writes the songs. Is
He writes the
or do
lyrics.
you guys all wanna?
So
I like that.
the music. So Gerard actually came in the band way post the recording process. So we kind of had a vocalist prior, and we wanted to go a different route. And Gerard joined the band last year actually, and then we had the music done for actually a while. Except for that song was kind of on the tail end of getting done with our producer, who was also basically kept this band, glued together. He did an amazing job putting these songs together. I mean, I give him a lot of credit. His name's Chris Davis. He plays in the band that Goes Inside. He's the guy who produced our stuff. Obviously, I'm wearing shirt. Big fan of their band
Yeah,
as well.
sure.
Yep. And he came in and for the first song that we let him demo on, uh, he ripped it right away. I was like, this is the guy. He actually moved all the way from Maine to Philadelphia too. He lived in Maine actually. I found him on YouTube of all places, and then just kind of became friends with him through social media here and there over the year. And then finally, he once we sent him the music, he decided he wanted to move down here and be a part of this. So, he made a lot of sacrifice to get down here, and he, like I said, he came in and wrote all the lyrics, pretty swiftly, and most of his ideas, from what I know, have stuck right away. There wasn't a lot of changes when it came to the recording process. So, I mean, my producer loved him. Thought he did a great job. We love everything he does, and still continues to does vocally. He just kills it every time.
Right. That's awesome. You, I definitely want to see if I can't get that compressed version so we can get that at least playing on the show. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I hear a little bit. I hear a little bit of latency on my end of it. Might not come through as clear, but the mix and mastering on that was also done by somebody pretty big in the industry right now too. His name's Jeff Dunn. He's done bands like Ice Nine Kills, Wage War. He did all their albums. So if anybody checks out the music and actually goes to the YouTube or even our Spotify and just types in Life After Last, I guarantee like the sound is really killer. I'll make sure I get you a couple compressed versions. I don't know why it didn't work, but
I don't know. Like when I go to add it in, like there's a brand in here,
Yeah.
and it literally. Sorry, I'm like choking on my words here. Excuse me, but it says like 30 megabytes limited, and so I don't know why.
Pause for a minute. We stuck.
Yes.
There we go. I got you.
I lost. I'm so sorry. My Wi-Fi literally, like, for some reason, just cut in and cut right out. I apologize.
We're back. We're good.
So tell us about the one that dropped at midnight. Give us
So
a
that was
little.
great. That was Great Escape. That was the one we kind of spoke about already.
Right.
Yeah, it dropped at midnight tonight. It's available like on all streaming outlets. Obviously, the full video is up on YouTube if anybody wants to check that out. Worked with a really cool filmographer, videographer, Eric DiCarlo. His company's called Square Up Studios. He's worked with bands like Lorna Shore and a bunch of other bands. Like he's done a really awesome job on. He did all our videos. Actually, we have a third video that will probably be out. Another song, and probably March or April as well. But yeah, he killed it. Like I said, great as
the.
There it is.
Is that? I'm sorry. I'm trying to bring up the Facebook so everybody can see. So this is the AP that dropped at midnight. If you guys can just go give his page, their page, I'm so sorry, a like and a share. The life after last, and then I will definitely share those videos too as well, and share them on all my platforms. If you want to go ahead and try to get me that MP3 over whenever, we'll add it on the morning, and then I'll get you a clip it to run with it like the rest of them. Oh my goodness. Paul said, you froze. And then Mark said, pause for station identification.
Yeah, I was like, where'd everybody go?
I didn't mean for it to go all weird on me. You gotta love the Wi-Fi situation.
Yeah, it's probably outside. Probably the signal's not as great outside as it would be somewhere indoors next to the router or something like that. We're back now, so we're good.
Yeah, it'll be all right. It's all good. I do want to thank you very much for coming on with me, Rob, and going over everything with us. If everybody can, just go and like their page and give them a share. Listen to some of their stuff. They're an amazing band, and try to help us get some original music out there. We do have to get going so we can get this thing set up over here. Anytime you want to come on, man, you just let me know, and we can definitely talk about some future things. We do have a battle of the bands happening in April 29th at Leo's Live in Lakeland, Florida. If you guys can make it down here, it's $100 buy-in. There's going to be some awesome talent there, some awesome judges. We have, I don't know if you've heard of them, but The Dude, they'll be out there judging. Also, the Vox band, the lead singer will be out there judging too as well. We're going to be doing a live production from that, and it's going to be a wild ass scene, dude. So if you guys can, hit me up through email, and I'll give you all the details for everything that we got going on. If you guys can make your way here, we got a travel agent that kind of helps with that kind of stuff too. If you need some help booking shows on your way down, Massive Media, Matthew with Massive Media, very good guy. It's Massive Media MS. He's out of Mississippi. He is on my Facebook. You see some of the promotions that I played for him. He's a great guy, great in graphics, has a wonderful team on his side. So if you ever need any help, like booking shows on the way down from your location, he can help with that too as well. So then that way you're not spending money to come down and kind of
that'd be
spread
great.
the word.
That'd be great. Yeah, we'll definitely keep in touch with you on stuff like that once we're ready to come down through there for sure.
Any kind of avenue you need help with, I'll be willing to help with. I've got a huge army of people that love to support people in this kind of endeavor. So anything that you guys need, just let me know, and we'll try to help the best way we can. I do want to thank you very much for coming on with me, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of the day. We are going to go for now and get set up for the artist interview with Joey Foley at LA's Midway Saloon. So if you guys aren't busy today, lunchtime, stop in and say hi. Rob, I hope you have a wonderful day my love, and
You too. Thank you very
we will
much.
talk soon.
Take care.
You guys have a wonderful day. Yes, sir.
You know what? You seem pretty cool. Boy, was I a fool. Miss Queen